Stearns. She has come seemingly out of nowhere to get to this tournament, the lowest ranked American to reach the Rome semifinal since 2000, Karina Marariu. I mean, that is some good company to keep, and Peyton has been going the hard way to get here.
That's a great chance for us to say to our old Tennis Channel colleague, hi, Karina. Peyton, 3 straight third set wins, first player in the Open era to do that at the WTA Tour level. We'll talk more about the close calls and the guts that she has shown, Coco, literally and figuratively this week on court.
Yes, we saw her, as you were saying, Habes, boot and rally against Naomi Osaka in that moment, and she fought back in the third set, tossing her cookies not once but twice out there, but managed to get it in a breaker. And then against Svitolina, that one was a huge gut check. She was down 3-0, double break in the third set, and at the end you could see her body just starting to fail to cramp up. So maybe that day of recovery that she's had under her belt might do a world of wonders. But you got to think, all these 3 setters back to back to back, from Madison Keys, Naomi Osaka to Elena Svitolina, that is going to really be hurting on the legs.
All right, opposite, Paolini has had her close call. It came in the quarters against Deanna Schneider. She was down a set and 4 love in that match. Seemed to be circling the drain, but found some energy, found a higher level, had the crowd pull her across the line. And here she is at home in the semis, having never been past the 3rd round here before, Coco. She's finding her best tennis in the place where she wants to the most.
Yes, I think it's such a big moment for all the Italians to play well at home. You see, as they announce her name, the big smile that has come across her face. She is really loving this moment, and I thought she was going to go out to Elena Ostapenko. I thought that one was going to be the tough one, and I think that's why she came out a little bit flat against Schneider. I just think that she was mentally more in tune for the Ostapenko battle, but like she said in her pre-match interview, Peyton Stearns is going to be a tough customer out here on the clay court with the heavy forehand, her athletic ability, and Paolini needs to expose what's left in the tank for Peyton Stearns. She needs to get Peyton moving early, not get into that backhand wing of Peyton Stearns, get a lot of returns back in play, just make Peyton feel all the hard miles that she has run out here on this clay court, make her really feel it tonight.
Back-to-back matches for the home crowd to cheer one of their native sons and then daughters. Paolini followed by Yannick Sinner as he continues his comeback run. He'll take on Casper Ruud in the first match of the night session. We'll have that for you not before 1 p.m. Eastern time, 7 p.m. here in Rome. Some dark clouds have drifted over Campo Centrale. We're going to think dry thoughts. We've had enough rain for the week. But that's the look.
Ready?
Stearns, far court, going to start us off. Peyton ranked 42 in the world. That's already a career high. That is projected, based on what she's already done here in Rome, to go up to about 26 next week. That'll give her a seed at Roland Garros. If she makes the final, she'll be inside the top 25, and if she wins the title, she will debut in the top 20.
Grazie. Grazie. 4-T line.
Paolini ranked 5. She's going to stay 5 unless she wins the title, in which case she'll move up to 4.
If Paolini's able to do that, that makes Roland Garros draw look very differently, with Iga Swiatek dropping to 5 in the world. That's a dangerous opponent that could possibly be found in the round of 16 by a lot of high seeds.
Joko Stearns.
All right, fist pump from the American as she holds to start the match. Let's show you this epic run she's been on. We'll start in the 3rd round against the world number 6, Madison Keys. This was the first of the 3 deciding set tiebreaks.
I mean, you thought that this was a big win for Peyton Stearns, getting it over the Grand Slam champion Madison Keys, but she said, oh, no, hold up. We got Naomi Osaka next, coming from a breakdown in this set as well. You see her body cramping up at the end. And you thought, what else is left in the tank? Being down love 3 in this 3rd set against Elena Svitolina, she is able to just work her way back into this match. That heavy forehand was really jumping out there. What a huge moment for Peyton Stearns to make the semifinals, and all those great veteran players to do it against.
And pretty amazing that it's the first time in the Open era that a WTA player has done that, winning 3 straight matches in 3rd set breakers.
I think that just gives testament to the physicality of what it takes to win a 3-setter. Not only that, doing it back to back to back days. It's like playing game 5 over and over again.
Caught Peyton leaning to her backhand corner, but she was able to recover and get that return.
Paolini is just not a player that packs the biggest of punches, but she's able to make up for it in other ways with her speed. And Habes, the crowd already getting into it. The early whistles of a millimeter in forehand from Peyton Stearns, and immediately
Italian Renzo Furlan coming to an end. Mark Lopez, of course, longtime doubles star on the ATP Tour, doubles partner to Rafa Nadal, and then coach to Rafa, in assistant coach anyway, in his last couple of years on tour. Sitting next to Mark Lopez, Paolini's doubles partner. They beat Goff and Ayala yesterday, the Olympic gold medalists.
Joko Stearns. Stearns conduce 2-0. 2 games to 1.
So 2-love start for Stearns.
It's been impressive to see how Peyton Stearns has been able to get her legs firing early in this set, using that heavy forehand, getting a lot of early free points, cutting these rally lengths down. I think the longest rally throughout this whole match so far has been about 4 or 5 points. That is a perfect recipe for a tired Peyton Stearns.
0-30 lang.
And that's a perfect example of the heaviness on the forehand. 1-2 combo off of that wing, getting the depth right off the line.
Condition 30-15. Condition 40-15.
Well, let's not forget Peyton Stearns playing it.
Stearns.
Induce.
You wonder how much nerves are coming into play for Paolini, being the favorite out here.
Another break point coming. I mean, in fairness, Paolini looked nervous for the first hour of her last match against Schneider. Obviously a lot at stake here at home, so much at stake coming up at Roland Garros and Wimbledon. She knows that if this summer doesn't go right, that number 5 next to her name won't be there long.
Deuce.
All good, next one, come on.
Voice of Blas Kavcic, who is now helping Peyton Stearns. Her relationship with Tom Hill coming to an end. Hill going back with Maria Sakkari. Long run for Stearns, got there but couldn't quite massage it over.
But look at this volley from Paolini after this approach. She's a bit out of position, but this is all the double skills that she has. She's comfortable around the net, being an Olympic gold medalist, still in the doubles here in this tournament with her partner Sarah Rani.
And Paolini is on the board, avoids that love for start. Coco, do you happen to have a Mass Mutual women's update?
I do have a Mass Mutual women's update. We have Jasmine Paolini, the first Italian in the semifinal since 2014. Qinwen Zhang first win against Sabalenka, 0-6 previously. Coco Gauff, Peyton Stearns flying the red, white, and blue 2 straight years. 2 Americans in the semis for your Mass Mutual Women's Update.
Nicely done, partner. Last year it was Coco Gauff and Danielle Collins in the semis here. And we've got 2 again with Stearns and Gauff. Give me an evaluation of the Peyton Stearns serve. What kind of weapon is it for her?
I think it's a weapon, and we can compare it as recently to a similar serve like Sam Stosur. It's mainly a kick serve. What I would like to see is her flatten it out a bit more. And don't get me wrong, I think the kick serve is a huge weapon in the women's game, to be able to get that ball up above the shoulders of a majority of players. But at some point, a lot of these women are such good returners that they start finding the rhythm of whether they're going to step up inside the court or move back and wait for the return. So that's why I would like more variety in Peyton Stearns' serve, where she can hit the flat serve at maybe 103 down the tee every once in a while, just to mix it up.
Right on the baseline with that forehand.
Let's take a look at Peyton Stearns' serve. Good compact motion, clean, gets good leg load, which you need for a kick serve. And look how she jumps out and into the court. It's a big advantage to get that ball to really bounce and spin.
One thing we can tell you about her service patterns is that she's really good at getting the forehand on the serve +1. She gets it more than almost anybody else on tour.
And she's able to do that because of the kick serve. It gives her a bit more time to get in position because the ball is bouncing up above the shoulders, so she's got time to recover after landing from the serve.
Sharp angle backhand from Paolini.
That's a great point from Paolini to be able to construct this a bit better, making a couple of more balls, but driving through this backhand right here is all she needs to change the cadence. You see how that ball went a bit flatter, low. A bit weak here on the approach from Peyton Stearns. And slow to get up to that ball. Maybe a bit of that fatigue in the legs from all those 3 setters. It's far too much time for Paolini to be able to pick her spot and make the pass.
This looked like it might be a routine hold to 4-1 for Stearns, and now Paolini with a chance to get back on serve.
This crowd is going to erupt if Paolini gets this back on serve. It's going to be deafening out here.
was choice A, right? Stepping in to cut the kick off before it gets up over your shoulder.
Yes, and if Paolini makes that, then that rushes Peyton Stearns to get in position, get her racket back on time. It's a good play when you have your first break point. Just gets the heart rate going.
First double for either player. Another break point for the Italian.
Deuce.
Paolini taking a different approach, going well behind the baseline to return that kick serve. It just gives Peyton
equally comfortable with her feet set, going inside in or inside out. Seemed like she froze Paolini on that one. Tough to read.
tough to read, and she's able to also make it tough to read because she has so much time. Paolini doesn't have the power to make Peyton rush in her shot selection, rush in her preparation. So she's just biding her time, waiting for Paolini to make the first step, first move one way or another.
What a run by Paolini from deep in the court to track down that dropper.
I don't know why Peyton Stearns didn't stick this volley a bit better, a bit lackadaisical. Paolini's a queen of hustling down an extra ball, just making you play that one more shot.
Fourth deuce.
Vandaggio Stearns.
Uncommon quantity of unforced errors early from Paolini. 4 winners to 13 unforced. She normally plays cleaner than that. And there's another prize that Peyton Stearns is having, the success she's having this week in Rome. She's made 2 finals in her career to date, both of them on the clay. One title was last year in Rabat, Morocco, in the lead up to Roland Garros. Conversely, Paolini with 2 career titles, both of them on hard courts.
Zero Bandigi, La 15.
Mats Wilander, the Hall of Famer, the 7-time major champion, in the crowd today. Stearns in total control of this match.
This is not something I was expecting at the start, just given the fact that Peyton Stearns has gone her last 3 matches in 3 sets. Wouldn't think that she would have the legs, the stamina to continue to grind out these longer points. I'm happy I'm being proven wrong.
By the way, you ever hit with Mats Wilander?
I did at John McEnroe's charity event last summer in the Hamptons.
Did he miss a ball the entire time you played? My guess is no.
No, which did not surprise me in the slightest, even though I tried to junk him up and do everything possible because the power just wasn't there for me. Yeah, a year retired, the muscles go. It's just, you know, the ball doesn't come off the racket the same. It was really heartbreaking. And Mets didn't help by not missing a ball.
Yeah. I imagine you still crack it pretty good. We'll see at Wimbledon Legends, right?
Yes, yes. I'll be dusting off the cobwebs in my tennis bag for sure.
Paolini's got to have this hold. That's smart on a couple of accounts. It was the right tactical play for that point, but it's also going to test the Stearns legs.
Definitely, and look how early Paolini was able to find her own forehand to get Peyton on the move, side to side, work the court, up and back, using every dimension out there, Paolini.
So much depth from the 23-year-old American. First time she's been this far at a 1,000 level event. She's only ever been to one other quarterfinal, Stearns, at a 1,000. That was in Toronto last summer.
Paolini.
For someone that's so inexperienced in these moments, Peyton Stearns, she's playing like she's in her backyard in Mason, Ohio.
Right. All right, Paolini avoids that double break deficit, stays within a shout at 2-4. Stearns growing up in Mason, obviously in the shadow of the Lindner Family Tennis Center and the Cincinnati Open, had kind of an encounter with greatness when she was a teenager. When she was 16, Novak Djokovic rented a house on her street for the duration of the tournament, and her friends kind of found out about it, and they were riding bikes around the neighborhood trying to spot him, trying to find him, trying to meet him, and they finally ran into him, and Novak, as you'd expect, was super cool, gave them all autographs and wristbands.
That is a cool story. That Cincinnati being such a close-knit event, it's a family-style event. That's why so many of the players enjoy playing that great event, and they're ever expanding now.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the improvements when we get there this summer.
Ben Navarro and Bob Moran now in charge of that tournament, the same two-headed monster that runs Charleston. I'm loving Peyton Stearns' tactic. It's super simple. She's trying to go into the Paolini forehand as much as possible so she can force Paolini to give Peyton more forehands, more looks through the middle, to be able to then start controlling and dictating with that heavy topspin forehand.
Body. 30.
Irani was the absolute MVP of the doubles match yesterday between her and Paolini and Coco Gauff and Alex Ayala. She ate up everything at the net. All right, Paolini can put it back on serve right here.
30-14.
Paolini had a couple of break points in Peyton's last service game. First one being a easy second serve return, just smothering it into the net. Let's see, third time lucky for Jasmine.
Third double for Stearns, and there's the first break for Paolini. Paolini with new tennis balls. Any signs of fatigue from Stearns yet?
Here and there, but nothing too prevalent. I think that getting back on serve, we'll see a lot more of where Peyton Stearns is at. Adrenaline can push you through a lot of crazy moments, and for sure at the start of the match, that's where your adrenaline is peaking the most. You have the pre-match jitters and the just general nerves of excitement to get out there, but that can only last so long. I always felt that kind of adrenaline only lasted about 10-15 minutes or so. And then that's when you start feeling the lactic acid, the soreness in your legs. And sometimes it sounds crazy, but you almost just have to black out as a player to be like, no, none of this hurts. I don't feel terrible. I don't feel anything right now.
That's the best possible outcome maybe for Stearns. So a chance right away to reclaim the lead.
Good job.
15-14.
This forehand, one of the biggest of the match from Peyton Stearns, 93 miles an hour.
Just missed the forehand, all or nothing.
That's just a good take right there from Peyton Stearns. It's putting the threat from Paolini of any time you're throwing in that second serve and I can find a forehand, it's getting ripped for a winner.
I think Blazkavicic might be here to stay with Stearns. Stearns gets another break. 5-3. She'll serve for the set.
Stearns conduce 5 giochi a 3.
Kavcic and Stearns just hooked up before Madrid, so this is just their second tournament together. She made the round of 16 in Madrid, including a win over Anna Samova, who had been red hot, and now this run. Kavcic, with no real history of coaching women's players, he got into the top 70 about a dozen years ago during his ATP days.
Zero condici, la 15.
All good, P. All good. Yeah. One more step towards the ball. Everything else perfect. Come on.
Condici pari,
Great fight, P. Amazing.
15.
Go.
Tu puoi, Jazzy. Ale.
This time last year, Peyton was ranked 82. Chance to jump into the top 25 today.
30 15. 30 15. Pari. 30.
That was a nervy double fault right there.
That second serve that missed was right at 60 miles an hour. All right, starting to become a break fest here.
30 14.
I think it would do Peyton a world of justice to kind of laugh off those moments of a slower than slow second serve, a nervy first ball miss. Laughing is the best remedy to expel nerves quickly.
And a free point off the first serve is right behind that.
And I just remember one of the biggest moments of my career. I was playing doubles with Bethany Maddox-Sands at the Olympics. First match we were playing. Had my first second serve. 63 miles an hour second serve. My general second serve was in the 80s usually. And we win the point and B comes back. He's like, 63 all day.
Just wide from Paolini, and this will be set point.
Stearns.
It's hard for her, this one. Good.
Let's go, P.
Come on, P. I need fast hands on the first one. It needs to be fast hands. Come on, it needs to jump. Come on.
He wants that kick serve over Paolini's head.
That run looked like it hurt.
Had a squeal at the end of it.
Induce.
But she did kind of deliver the serve that Kavcic was asking for, right?
Yeah, Paolini almost missed the return. I think it's just, you know, the little cues of how to get that second serve to jump. As we've mentioned, a couple of slow ones. That kick serve, you need a lot of aggressive leg drive, a lot of aggressive hand speed. Stearns is hurt. That was a bailout backhand right there.
Starting to raise the risk profile, Stearns, which you see when players are fatigued. Another soft second serve that Paolini jumps on, and she's got her second break. And we are back on serve once again.
Love 15.
Only Peyton Stearns knows what her true energy level is, but she is representing like she's got some. And that's half the battle, right? Again, maybe one step shy of where she needs to be.
30.
Lunging for that ball.
It's all about being brave in these moments. A moment of pain will be a lifetime of glory for her.
Halfway to that glory if she can get this point.
30-40.
Just forcing the issue a little bit right there from Peyton Stearns to find that forehand.
Deuce.
The longer this match goes, the more this crowd is going to be willing their homegrown hero on to take it.
Tried to will the ball out about 3 shots prior. They played on and Paolini won it anyway. on a 90-mile-an-hour forehand. Big things do come in small packages sometimes. Paolini erases a set point and gets to 5-all.
5 games over. Grazie. Condici 0. Peyton. Peyton.
She has backpedaled a couple of times to extreme positions to get forehands, and it's working out.
Brenda Condici 30-15.
18 winners now for Stearns, twice as many as Paolini.
Brenda Pari 31.
So Stearns served for the set at 5-3, returned for it at 5-4, had a set point, couldn't close. Now has a point for 6-5. She shoved it long. Paolini was on the full scramble in that point, and Stearns gave her a lifeline.
Yes.
I don't know how Peyton Stearns was, what was going through her mind at this point. That was a simple put away that she made very complicated very quickly, but it just goes to show you never know what can happen if you dig out an extra ball.
Paolini.
What a turn of events. 3 games on the trot from 5-3 down. Paolini now leads 6-5, and she'll...
And the lack of experience is starting to show.
That was creative.
Take it back, Peyton.
Come on. Right here. You love for this. Come on. Let's go.
This match has been decided all on Peyton Stearns' racket. She has more winners and the equal amount of unforced errors, 10 winners to 10 unforced errors. And that's in comparison to Paolini's 5 winners to 14 unforced errors.
Come on. Stay here. Come on. Give me one good point. Let's go.
Pulling the trigger earlier in rallies than she was first half hour of this match, Stearns.
40-15.
And that's all fatigue to me.
Stearns serving far court, had 5-3 in that opener and let it slip. And now the question is, where does her energy level go from here?
At this point, it's everything you got. It's a one-set shootout, and Peyton on the other side of the coin. Paolini needs to not become passive in hoping that Peyton Stearns' body starts to fail her.
Paolini has been a very tough customer with a lead. So far this year, she's only lost 1 match after winning the first set. That was against Svitolina at the Australian Open. All of last year, and she played 20 tournaments, Paolini only lost.
Pari 31.
Muy bien.
40-30.
Allez, vamos.
All right, Stearns settles down after dropping the last 4 games of the opening set. Let's pick up that first set with Peyton leading 4-2.
And she was on a roll. She was really, but this crowd certainly willed her through that first set.
30 unforced errors from Stearns in that opening set. Served at a pretty low percentage by her standards, just around 56% first serves in, and she only won a third of the points behind her second serve.
Randa 0. 30 love. Randa Gandici. 30-18.
It also looks that Peyton Stearns' quality of shot has decreased towards the latter end of that first set and the start of this second set. Paolini was mainly the player on the defensive for most of that first set. Now she's been able to get to neutral, if not be aggressive. And forehands like that was where Peyton Stearns was being so successful throughout that first set. The footwork has started to go.
Randa 30. 40-30.
All right.
Deuce.
Stearns works it to deuce. Peyton has just the 2 career top 10 wins to her credit. She beat Zheng Chen Wen in Dubai this year, and of course she beat Madison Keys the other day here. Both of them came from a set down. Her third top 10 win today would be the same if she were to pull it off.
Peyton Stearns is definitely a better person than I am.
Oh man, but she corrected things. Backhand line return.
Paolini.
So much attention on this woman here in particular. Wonder if Jannik Sinner's return doesn't take some of the pressure off Paolini at home. Strength in numbers. He'll be on court tonight. Night session, 7 p.m. Rome time, 1 p.m. East Coast back home. Sinner and Ruud in the quarters. I think he only gave 1 racket to the Holy Father yesterday. I think he kept most of the good ones. Did you see that? So he brought a racket to give to the Pope. He had one there for himself, and he brought a can of balls, and he suggested to the Holy Father that they maybe hit a couple in the auditorium there. And the Pope said, we might break some things in here, probably better not.
Couldn't handle the pressure of a few cameras and Jannik Sinner? Come on now.
No, I truly don't think that was it. I think
no ball in the house.
Exactly. As the Brady Bunch said, Mom always said, don't play ball in the house. Especially that house.
Body. 15.
This will be the toughest hold for Peyton Stearns right here. 3 consecutive games. The legs have got to be feeling very heavy out here, especially on the serve.
Ledvison.
Is that one of the telltale signs of fatigue, a first serve percentage that's lower than normal?
For sure, because the serve to me always starts with the legs. Got to be able to drive up and out into the court.
30-15. 30-15.
We've seen a couple of Peyton Stearns' serves hardly get halfway up the net, and that's not the norm, especially when you're somebody with a kick serve. That ball should be clearing the net by a good 2-3 feet. And it's all because of the amount of time she has been out here. Stearns 11 hours and 23 minutes to just Paolini's 8 hours and 2 minutes. Almost 4 more hours on court. That is essentially 2 extra matches on the legs for Peyton Stearns.
Would be the 4th break if Paolini can get it. A mighty scramble from the Italian to turn that point around. And Paolini now has a set and a break. And there's a very real possibility that they could have homegrown champions, men's and women's, in Rome.
And it has been talked about of how the Italian Federation has gone about structuring their player program there to professional tennis. They've put a lot of lower level events, challengers or ITFs. And allowing their players to grow locally. They don't have to travel and spend all that money to go travel around the world. They can stay at home, stay near, and be able to work and improve on their game at home, which is the biggest problem for players starting out on the tours. You're not here with the lights and the cameras. Making a couple $1,000s. You're struggling to even make $100 at the challenger level in the middle of nowhere. So it's definitely been studied and definitely praised that the Italian Federation has taken that path, and you see the results with multiple men being successful. Musetti, Sinner.
I don't think there's any question that right now, outside of the 4 Grand Slam nations, who obviously have so many resources, that Italy has the most effective tennis infrastructure of any other country on the planet, right? I think to your point, which is 100% correct, they've got an ITF on the women's side in Santa Margherita, Italy, like every week of the calendar. They reinvest all the money they make from here in the ATP finals and the next gen finals until they move to Jeddah into their player development program, and the proof's in the pudding, right? Absolutely.
And even when I was starting out on the tour and traveling around the United States, I was fortunate that there were a lot of USTA pro circuit level events. They've been severely cut now. It makes it a lot easier for just flying to Texas or Alabama instead of flying to Egypt to go play and try to make just a couple $100 to be able to buy food at the end of the night, to pay for your stringing. At least if you keep it locally within your own country, maybe you can bring a coach a week to week here to be able to help you out, help you learn and grow, be able to evolve as a player. I think that's the right way to do it for these countries that are looking for the next champion.
More great hustle from Paolini. And this is red alert for Stearns.
If Paolini gets this break here, this will be the final nail in the coffin. I don't see how Peyton Stearns will have the will to be able to fight back out of a double break hole.
That's an untouchable combination. That's the serve Blazkavicic has been asking for. The pace is almost irrelevant. It's the jump.
30-40.
Very good ball.
30-14. Ready for order?
Against Grand Slam champions to win in 3 sets. To know that you have not only the game to do it, but the character to do it. Not only that, seeding at Roland Garros, that will help immensely to be able to make some inroads in a draw and not have to battle some of the best players in the world super early.
Let us.
And I believe on Monday, thanks to what Peyton Stearns has done here, we're going to have 7 American women in the top 30.
I wonder when the last time that happened.
Goff, Pagula, Keys, Navarro, Anisimova, Stearns, and Kennan.
Grazie, grazie.
It's not done yet. And by the way, we can answer that question because you were part of it. The last time we had 7 American women in the top 30 was 8 years ago. Venus, Serena, Maddie, Sloane, Christina McHale, Bethany Maddox-Sands, and you.
News to me.
Did that drop in? It did. That might have hit both lines. And a chance to get one of those 2 breaks back.
Just feel for Stearns right now, the fatigue, the pain that she is going through right now, of all the hard work that she has had to put in to get to this semifinal.
forehand has been on point today, Paolini. The last time they had an Italian champion here on the women's side was exactly 40 years ago. Raffaella Reggi won for the home team. Last time we had a men's champion from Italy was even longer. 49 years ago, 1976, when the great Adriano Panatta beat Vilas in the final.
Lot 15.
Let's go.
Per favore.